Before we begin, remember that this video is for educational purposes only and isn't legal advice. Always consult a qualified attorney for your specific situation. Most people make legal mistakes simply because no one explained the basics. Let's fix that. If you're running a business, you have likely heard that an LLC is the only way to stay safe. But is that always true? Today, we're breaking down the real differences in protection, the hidden costs, and exactly when you need to make the switch to keep your personal savings secure. Alright, let's start with the real-world problem. This is the part that helps you understand what is actually going on before you spend money. When you operate as a sole proprietor, you and the business are legally the same person. If a client sues you or the business can't pay its debts, creditors can go after your personal bank accounts, your car, and even your home. This is the biggest risk for anyone selling a physical product or performing high-stakes services. An LLC creates a corporate veil that separates your personal life from your business activities. In most cases, if the LLC gets sued, only the assets owned by the business are on the table. This means your personal savings and family home are generally protected from business-related lawsuits. Many people think an LLC is an invincible shield, but that's a potentially concerning misunderstanding. If you may help with your business bank account, like a personal piggy bank, a court can pierce the veil and hold you personally liable anyway. Keeping clean records and separate accounts is the only way to keep that protection active. Protection isn't free, but it shouldn't break the bank if you know what to expect. Let's look at the price of entry for both. The best thing about a sole proprietorship is that it's virtually free to start. You might need a local business license or a doing business as DBA name, but there are no state filing fees for the entity itself. It's the fastest way to test a business idea without spending hundreds on paperwork. Forming an LLC involves a filing fee with your state, which can range from $50 to several hundred, depending on where you live. You also have to consider recurring annual report fees to keep the business in good standing. If you miss these payments, your liability protection could be at risk. Every LLC needs a registered agent to receive legal documents on its behalf. While you can often be your own agent, many people pay a service about $100 a year to handle this. This ensures you don't miss a lawsuit notice while you're on vacation, which could lead to a default judgment against you. Quick reminder, this is educational content only, not legal advice. Laws vary by jurisdiction, so always check with a local attorney. A common myth is that an LLC automatically saves you money on taxes. In reality, it's a bit more nuanced than that. By default, both a sole proprietorship and a single-member LLC are taxed exactly the same way. The IRS ignores the LLC for tax purposes, and the profit passes through to your personal tax return. You still pay self-employment tax on all your profits in both scenarios. The real tax magic happens when an LLC grows large enough to elect S-Corp status. This allows you to pay yourself a reasonable salary and take the rest of the profit as a distribution, which isn't subject to self-employment tax. This is a major reason why people eventually upgrade from a sole proprietorship. You don't need an LLC to take business deductions like home office expenses or equipment. As long as the expense is ordinary and necessary for your business, a sole proprietor can claim it just as easily as an LLC. Don't let anyone tell you that you need an LLC just to write off your laptop. How you run the business day to day determines if your protection actually works when you need it. If you have an LLC but sign contracts with just your name, you might accidentally accept personal liability. You may want to always sign as an agent of the company, using a format like your name, member of business name, LLC. This small detail is what tells the world they're dealing with a business, not you personally. Mixing personal and business funds is the fastest way to lose your LLC protection. If you use the business card for groceries or pay your mortgage from the business account, a lawyer can argue that the LLC is just a sham. Always maintain a dedicated business checking account from day one. An LLC protects your assets from business debts, but it doesn't protect you from your own professional negligence. If you commit malpractice or cause a car accident while working, the victim can still sue you personally. This is why business insurance is a necessary partner to an LLC, not a replacement for it. Let's wrap up with a simple way to decide which path is right for your specific situation right now. If your business involves physical labor, selling products people consume, or giving high-value advice, the risk of a lawsuit is real. In these cases, the cost of an LLC is a small price to pay for peace of mind. If you're a low-risk freelance writer with no debt, a sole proprietorship might be fine for now. If you plan to bring on partners, hire employees, or seek outside investment, you need an LLC. It's much harder to add owners to a sole proprietorship because it isn't a separate legal entity. Starting as an LLC now can save you the headache of a messy transition later as your team grows. While you can file an LLC yourself, you should talk to a CPA or attorney if you have complex assets or multiple owners. They can help you draft an operating agreement that prevents internal disputes. Lawful Finder can help you compare local professionals who specialize in small business formation to ensure you're set up correctly. That's the practical version of what matters most. The big idea is to understand the problem, compare the right details, and avoid rushing into an expensive decision without context. If this helped, like and subscribe for more practical guides that help you compare costs, understand quotes, and choose the right pro with more confidence. Visit Lawful Finder for more resources on making your business official. If this helped, like the video and share it with someone who needs it. Thanks for watching. Remember, this is educational only and not legal advice. Always consult a qualified attorney before making legal decisions. Subscribe for more plain English legal explainers.